season. About to rock and roll off of turn number 4, 25 laps. Lenny Guy, Tom Scully III, ready to bring the field off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. Scully with a good jump up on the outside. Looking 3 wide momentarily for second. They are off at 2. Here comes Cavallaro down to the inside with Martin up on the outside.
Martin and Cavallaro split. Lenny Guy in the middle there. Off 4 and across the stripe. Cavallaro to second. Lenny Guy spins across the stripe. That should bring out a caution.
Lenny throws it back in gear and keeps on trucking. Loose off at turn number 2. Great job by Lenny Guy gathering it back in, but down the backstretch, rolls that truck down to the infield. He's going to try to keep it going. Nope, he's going to get it out of harm's way, and caution flag is going to fly.
Our first yellow in our first feature of 2025. 2 laps in, and that will stack them in, reset.
Tough break for Lenny. We're looking for a green off of 4. It is still Tom Scully III setting the pace, but he's got Mike Cavallaro on the outside, Rick Martin right behind, Amy Helger behind them, and we're back underway. Green flag unfurls, and Cavallaro takes a look to the outside.
Going down the back stretch. Scully with the nose advantage. Cavallaro on the outside looking. Rick Martin right in the rear view. Rick's going to try to make it 3 wide as they go down into 1 and 2. Scully continues to lead. Here comes Cavallaro on the outside.
Cavallaro with a great run on the outside. Here comes Martin down to the inside. Scully shuffled up top as they hit turns 3 and 4. Cavallaro out front. Second is Martin, and here comes Bolger looking for third.
Rick Martin, quite a 2024 season. He's in second, trying to reel in Mike Cavallaro as they go down into 3 and 4. Out front, across the stripe, Mike Cavallaro leads here.
Bolger up into the 3rd spot, and all of a sudden, Jake Vanada has moved his number 29 up into the 5th spot. Well, technically not his. It is Dave Campbell's with Colton Teague's ride, but he's been able to make some moves up into the top 5. And here comes Dane Saritelli looking at the outside of Amy Helger.
As they continue to battle, middle of the pack starts to really heat up. Out front, it's single file. It's Cavallaro, it's Rick Martin, it's Bolger, and it's Scully holding off the charge of Vanada.
Off the corner they come, and Vanada getting a little bit loose off of turn number 4, and Saritelli working that outside lane. Evens up with Helger off of turn number 2. Door handle to door handle down into 3. Saritelli now takes a look to the outside of the 29 of Vanada as Vanada continues to try to keep the back end underneath them.
He continues to hold the advances of Helger and of the 45 Saritelli. Out front, they continue to check out. Cavallaro over Rick Martin across the stripe.
Down into 1 and 2, and Cavallaro running just a tick slower than Rick Martin, but Martin is unable to really close that gap in. They roll down into 3 and 4, about 3 truck lengths between them, another 4 back to the 1 of Bolger, and it's another 8 back to the 5 of Scully, and what a battle behind him.
As Scully continues to hold off Vanada, Saritelli, and Amy Helger, he is in the 4th position across the stripe. It continues to be Cavallaro, 11 laps down, 14 to go here.
Off of turn number 2 they come, and little by little Saritelli trying to gain that momentum up on the outside, but Vanada keeps him at bay as they hit turn number 3. The lead between Cavallaro and Martin, little by little, is shortening. Last time by, it was .461. We'll see what it is at lap number 13. We've hit the halfway point from 461 to 460. That's not going to make a difference in the long run.
No, it is not. Martin continues the 51st season for Rick Martin, continuing to try to reel in Mike Cavallaro. 13, 14 down now, 11 laps to go. Out front, Mike Cavallaro down the backstretch. He is your leader.
Rio in the 17, slow down into turn 3. He's going to pull that truck pit side as they hit the corners. Your leader crosses for 10 to go and holds on at a 5.46. Opened it up just a little bit that last lap.
Down the backstretch, continuing as they have fanned out. It's a good distance back to the 4th place car. Out front, Cavallaro, Rick Martin, Tim Bolger lead the way.
Field starting to stretch itself out around the 3rd mile, deep in the pack. Lenny Guy trying to make up some lost ground, battling with Tim Watson down into turns 1 and 2. They run side by side into 3 and 4. We're talking about deep in the pack. We're talking about your leaders, but Tim Bolger, as Martin starts to lose some momentum on the 80, here comes the one of Bolger closing in the gap there with 6 laps to go.
It'll be 7 to go across the stripe. Cavallaro, Rick Martin, Bolger out front. Tom Scully runs 4th. Jake Vanada runs 5th. And Dane Saritelli 6th as they're single file through the pack.
Ethan Heilborn sits 7th, 8th as DJ Thibeault, Amy Helger, and Mike Duarte round out the top 10. Tough passing deep in the field as the field continues to run single file. 5 to go this time by Mike Cavallaro looking to kick off 2025 with a win. It would be fitting, number 80, 80th year, first vehicle in victory lane. And look at the battle for 4th. Here comes Vanada down to the inside. He's looking for that 4th spot. And behind him, Heilborn underneath the 45 of Saritelli.
4 more circuits around. Could the 80 truck kick off our 80th season in 2025 with a win? It's starting to look like it. 3 more circuits around at the stripe.
3 more to go as they come across the stripe. Cavallaro, Martin, Bolger, a straightaway ahead. And problems for Tom Scully, the third. Takes that hard right-hand turn to the pit area as he pulls out of line. That holds off Dane Saritelli. He got caught up on that outside lane, loses some ground, and that allows DJ Thibeault to move up into the 6th spot.
2 more circuits around. Mike Cavallaro in the number 80. Dodge runs down the back stretch into 3 and 4, coming to the white flag this time.
Final time around for Cavallaro. Leads it in the Elmwood Dodge Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram number 80 down the back stretch. 2 truck lengths ahead of Rick Martin. Into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. First feature in the books. Mike Cavallaro becomes the first winner in year number 80. Martin in for 2nd. Tim Bolger finishing 3rd. Jake Vanada 4th. And Ethan Heilborn rounding out the top 5.
How about
How about a round of applause? Mike Cavallaro. Mike, congratulations. Do you believe in numerology?
I think I have to now.
What a way to kick off the season. You and I talked. You did a lot of work to this truck over the past year and a half trying to get it back. You've been close, but it's never been right there. Today, it looks like it's just about where you want it to be.
Yeah, Rick was catching me a little bit. I was hitting my marks. Like I said, we worked hard on the winter. This winter we went into the off season with nothing bent or broken on the truck, so we were able to update it with some of the newer technology and stuff. You got to keep in mind that this was the original prototype for this style newer trucks, and this, as soon as it was built, it was outdated before I even hit the track with it. So we're the only ones out here with a 1980 Cutlass front end on it. So, you know, we're proud of what we're doing with it.
Truck was quick. It's been consistent in the practices, and when you were out front, kept those consistent laps out there. That's got to feel real confidence builder for you this year.
Yes, it is. We're hoping for Lady Luck to be on our side this year. Last 2 years we had those wrecks, and this is the same truck, and we worked hard to get it here.
A lot of people behind you getting you back into victory lane.
Yes, Elmwood Dodge is one of the sponsors. RDL Outdoor Power Equipment. We got a new sponsor with East Bay Recycling in Tiverton, Rhode Island. One connection for your dispensary needs. And I want to thank my buddy over there, Murph, for helping me out with the sponsors. Yeah, that guy right there.
Congratulations, welcome back.
Right there.
Wrong side, Mike. Congratulations, welcome back to victory lane. There, looked like it was a battle of who was going to get there first between you and Mike.
Yeah, I know Mikey was fast today, and I mean, we both had like the same speed truck, all 3-4 of us, but whoever gets there first has got an advantage. Once these tires get hot, it's like driving around on ice, so it was a good run. I was just hoping for top 3, bring it home in one piece. Congratulations to Mike. He's been looking for this for a while, so on to next week.
I know you got some sponsors you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank Silver Motorsports, Northeast Alternatives, Brightman Lumber, Auto Cosmetics, all the guys, Dirt Works that help us, everybody that helps to get this together. Everybody says without all these guys helping, we couldn't do this.
Great run to kick off the season. Second place for the Wall of Famer and Hall of Famer Radical Rick Martin. Third place to Tim Bolger. And Tim, I think this has got to be the first time in a year that you finished behind Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see Mike get a win to start the year, and I'm happy with the podium finish, especially after all the issues with the truck between yesterday and today. Couldn't go 2 laps without it cutting out, so just glad to finish the race, and especially third place finish. Can't complain about that.
No, the truck looked real good, especially in the latter stages of that run. You started to close in on Rick.
Yeah, this truck's very consistent. Not always the fastest truck, but we hold our time throughout the race, and it really helps us in these races.
Great way to kick off the season. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank Patho Therapeutics Dartmouth coming on board this year, Elmwood Collision Center, Kuhn Race Cars and Parts, my mom, dad, Christine, just everyone who's helped me with the truck.
Congratulations, great third place finish. How about a round of applause?